What's poppin', everybody? It's a Sable Fighting 4. Been a while since I made Pokemon videos, huh? Well, we're back. Got a brand new set, Pitch Black. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of feeling this set. Of course, we got the remaining problems of the Pokemon TCG format, the modern Pokemon TCG. But as far as the Pitch Black set is concerned, we get some cool cards that I like at least. So I decided I'm gonna start things off with new decks from the new set with one of my favorites, which is this Mega Chandelure EX. Chandelure, one of my favorite Gen 5 Pokemon. You know you gotta love it. I don't know if anybody actually hates this Pokemon, but I think it's one of the best additions from Gen 5. So this is a Mega Evolution Pokemon, Mega Form Pokemon as I like to call them, 350 HP. It's alright, could have been better at 360, but we'll take it because it has a very good ability and a very good attack. With Binding Flame, all of your opponent's Pokemon gain 1 retreat cost. The active Pokemon, of course. If they're going to retreat, they get 1 more. And this works from the bench, too. So if you stack these Chandelures on your field, you're going to buff the retreat cost. And the reason it has this effect is because it pretty much buffs the attack. In typical fashion, you know, they're going to make a Pokemon that the ability serves the attack or vice versa. With Phantom Maze, we do 130 for 2, but then 50 more damage for each retreat cost in our opponent's Pokemon. So just leaving it like that without the ability, if your opponent has a double retreat cost in a Pokemon, which is fairly common for EXs, you're hitting for 230 for 2. So this is already pretty solid, okay? With the ability, just having a lone Mega Chandelure, you're at 280. And then with extra retreats, with our effects, extra Chandelures and Ariados, it goes up even higher. So it's very possible for you to get 1-hit KOs on big EX Pokemon very easily, and all the Pokemon that have big retreat costs naturally on their own, they're basically automatically dead against this guy. And that's a pretty big advantage. Very strong Psychic Pokemon. You got the typical Darkness weakness, the nice fighting resistance, double retreat cost of your own. But this is a very strong attacking card, no doubt. I'm doing 4, 2, and 4. The, Litwick, man, they changed the Pokemon TCG Live. They changed how you do the left click to zoom on the card now. Before you did the right click. I preferred that. Got used to that. But anyway, we got this Litwick with 70 HP and the 1 for 20 attack. Terrible, but we're going to use it. That's what we got. And then the Lampent here, stage 1 with 90 HP, which is also equally terrible. And with the Spread and Light, you can fetch your deck for up to 3 Lampents and put them on your bench. So we've seen this before with Frogadier a long time ago, and other cards since then, like Kirlia. It's technically supposed to be something great, and you can get into your stage 1s fairly quickly without needing the basic and then evolve into a bunch of Chandelures. But to me, it's a bit too slow. And I gotta burn a lot of space. I gotta put extra Lampents, and then you're gonna have to cut on the rare candies and other cards. And then if you fail to do this, or if it's too slow for you to do it, gotta attach an energy to, and then likely the Lampent is gonna die, is way too slow. So I decided against it. I just have 2 of these guys as the typical stage 1 just to put on top, and we're gonna favor rare candy as usual. Yeah, you got the benefit if you go this route, you don't care about Budio, but you get a bunch of drawbacks too, so it is what it is. Alright, to pair up and to partner up this Ariados, have this unlikely bug companion, Chandelure, what I meant to say. We're gonna pair him up with Ariados here. This is from Twilight Masquerade, one of the older legal Scarlet and Violet sets now, I think. But it's still around, so we can use this card. With Big Net, your opponent's active Pokemon's Evolution's retreat cost is 1 more. So it's the same thing as Chandelure, but it's got to be Evolution Pokemon. However, this dude is a Grass Pokemon. And then with a String Blind, you can also do damage depending on your opponent's big retreat cost. But, I mean, it's not going to be too great. This guy's going to die in 1 shot. I'm not going to use him to attack. I guess if we put some, Rainbow Slash, multi-energies, I could have figured a way out to make this attack, but not really worth it. I'm doing a 3-2 line. I wanted to do a 4-3, but we don't got the space. Plus, against basic Pokemon, It's not going to do anything. The HP is horrible as well, which I hate. Freaking stage 1 with 90 HP. We had 90 HP on these types of cards 18 years ago, but I'm pretty sure you guys are fed up with me saying this crap. Anyway, so I'm doing a 3 and 2, and then I got the 1 Shaman just for the bench protection. Might be handy with our fragile Pokemon here. And I do double Tatsugiri as well as a decent opening Pokemon to help me get supporter cards. Just a consistency option. That's not the Fezadimbinti bird, is that the name? The Feza bird and Meowth. Meowth is kind of, it can be a bit of a liability. I guess I could run him because I have Ultra Balls, but I don't want that liability on my bench with a Mega. And the bird, the idea is we're not trying to have our Mega die all day, so I'm not going to draw too many cards with it, right? But anyway, I decided I'm going to do this little fishy. It's been a while. Should be good. We have trainer cards in this deck, of course, and we got the typical stuff, the Buddy Buddy Pofin to get the small basics. I do double of the pad. It's a way to get any basic, but I can also get Lampent and Ariados with this. Double Mega Signal to get the Mega Chandelure, and then double Ultra Ball, which pretty much is going to get anything, and it's also a discard outlet. We need a few cards like these, because if I discard a few Psychic Energies with this, I can then make the Wondrous Patch live. As a Psychic Pokemon, we get the opportunity to run this card too, and it can give me a little bit of speed, or just, if something really goes wrong, a way to just power up a Chandelure out of nowhere and attack, hopefully. It's just good. And, yeah, other standard stuff, the 4 switch, the 4 rare candy, what I meant to say, losing my mind. The 1 switch, and then the 1 prime catcher as another switching outlet, plus my ace pick of choice to pull. Like running this card, can always be handy. And then the rest of the stuff is basically supporter cards to make our deck as consistent as we can. I don't even have space for stadiums and other techs. So we max out the Lily, do double Iris, double Charon, double Petrol, and then the one of Morty is for the ghost theme, I guess. So Morty is pretty similar with Iris. Iris is the better card. I guess this guy can be good if your opponent has a max full bench. You can get the value. For the most part though, Charon is just going to be the safe card. Draw 3, and then you can do this early too if it's a supporter you got. Petrol, you know, get me the rare candy, get whatever I need. Could be good. At the beginning, if we really don't see any basic Pokemon fetchers, I can use this and get a Pofin or something. And, I mean, got the boss's orders too, pretty self-explanatory. Most of these cards are pretty self-explanatory. Just so you guys see the deck list, as I always do. So, really simple deck, a pretty basic vanilla way to run Chandelure. The last thing is the Psychic Energies. I'm running 11 of them. I'm not doing the special Psychic Energy because we pretty much only have 2 Psychic targets. If I put the special energy to get like to fetch basic Pokemon from the bench, they gotta be Psychic, and there's only 2 Litwicks we can get. And then you're risking it with Enhanced Hammer, so I'm just running Psychic Energies, keeping it simple. And this is the deck, guys. You got 3 major weaknesses. I guess I should say this before I finish the video. Obviously, this guy is weak to darkness, and he's a Mega Pokemon, so if you play against some kind of darkness deck, you're more than likely going to lose. Your opponent just gets way too much advantage. And there are a bunch of strong darkness Pokemon around, so got to keep that in mind. The other big problem you got is the Crossel, that anti-meta card, and any other EX wall. You're pretty much just going to have to auto-lose against that matchup too. And then the last thing is decks that run Latias EX. If you play against decks that use basic EX Pokemon and they also got Latias in, you're going to be in trouble. I mean, you can try and just pull and kill the Latias, but it'll usually be easy for your opponent to recover it if they're running the stretcher. And you're gonna need it to 2-shot it anyway, so pulling it isn't actually effective. So Latias is really gonna suck because all of your opponent's basic Pokemon, they're gonna have free retreat automatically. Doesn't matter how many of these you have out, they're gonna have free retreat. So it's unfortunate, but it's a counter, I guess, to Mega Chandelure. That's basically it. I mean, the rest of the stuff is just the typical broken ass stuff. You know, your opponent getting free prizes on you with fucking Greninja and Dragapult, hitting the small guys and getting prizes for free. Bullcrap like that. But these are the major weaknesses. So I'm gonna see you guys at the matches. I'm coming back for Pokemon TCG. I wanted to do more Dragon Ball before the set came out, but the plan kind of failed. I couldn't make any videos regardless. But I'll be coming back on the channel, posting more frequently as the usual schedule, you know, 3 to 4 videos a week. Just put 3 videos up, then put a video on the One Piece channel, and then rinse and repeat. So look forward to it. This is the deck. Subscribe to the channel, leave a like, share the video with your friends, and I'll see you guys next time. What a